Hello, folks. This story was sent to me by a subscriber and is intended for educational purposes only. Thank you for watching. 4 grams magic mushrooms. The day the couch decided to have a party, I figured 4 grams of magic mushrooms was a nice, moderate dose to dip my toes into the psychedelic pool. Spoiler alert, my toes ended up doing the cha-cha on a cosmic dance floor. And the couch in my living room? Well, it turned out to be the life of the party. I took the mushrooms with a glass of water and settled onto my beloved but somewhat saggy old couch, expecting a chill evening with some mild visuals and maybe a bit of philosophical pondering. Instead, what followed was an absurd, hilarious roller coaster that had me questioning everything from the laws of physics to why my couch suddenly had better social skills than me. The first signs were subtle. The cushions started to puff up like they were inflating themselves. Then the armrest stretched out, like the couch was doing a slow, majestic yoga pose. The fabric shimmered with colors that weren't on any color wheel I'd ever seen. Imagine a blend of neon jelly beans, holographic glitter, and a sunset on Mars. The couch gave a low rumble, almost like a purr. And I swear it winked at me. I blinked hard, thinking the mushrooms were kicking in. "Okay, couch, what's the deal?" I asked, half expecting an answer. To my shock, the couch answered back in a deep, velvety voice. "Glad you asked, buddy. Tonight's the night we throw the party you never knew you needed." Before I could process that, the living room walls melted away, replaced by an endless space filled with floating furniture and twinkling stars. Couch fluffed its cushions and suddenly sprouted arms and legs made of multicolored smoke. It invited me to climb aboard as it transformed into a magical flying carpet. We zoomed off into this trippy wonderland, dodging giant floating teacups, disco balls made of tiny galaxies, and talking cats wearing top hats who offered cryptic advice like, "Never trust a spoon that sings karaoke." The couch turned into a dance floor, beckoning me to bust some moves. The mushrooms made my limbs light and ridiculously coordinated. I was moonwalking on air, spinning and laughing like a maniac. Mid-flight, we landed on a giant swirling vortex that looked suspiciously like a cosmic blender. Out popped guests of all sorts, a troupe of tap-dancing spoons, a jazz band of rubber ducks, and a psychedelic flamingo wearing sunglasses and a leather jacket. The couch introduced me as the VIP, the very important psychedelic traveler. As the party heated up, the couch explained it was the guardian of all forgotten living rooms. Those sacred spaces where people binge-watch TV, nap, and occasionally fall into existential crises. "I bring joy and weirdness," it said, "because sometimes life is too serious, and even furniture needs to cut loose." The walls of the vortex pulsed in time with the beat, and the floor rippled like a liquid mirror. I saw glimpses of my life reflected weirdly, past awkward moments now, danced alongside future dreams I hadn't dared to imagine. It was like my subconscious had thrown a surprise party where everything that mattered was celebrated. Suddenly, the flamingo handed me a glowing cocktail that tasted like a mix of memories and rainbows. I sipped, feeling waves of euphoria and clarity washing over me. The couch did a smooth salsa with a giant potted plant, and I laughed so hard I nearly floated away. Then the music slowed, and the guests started to vanish one by one, leaving me and the couch floating back toward my living room. Couch gently settled down, resumed its normal shape, and whispered, "Remember, every day has a bit of magic if you're willing to dance with it." Back in reality, The colors faded, and the walls were just walls again. I looked at my couch. Now, just an ordinary old piece of furniture. But I knew it was so much more. That night, I learned that sometimes you don't need to travel galaxies to find a party. Sometimes all you need is 4 grams of magic mushrooms and a couch with a sense of humor.